So this is very interesting then. So I have a neighbour, she's about as far to the left as a person can get. And I was talking to her the other day, and she said she wanted to have a chat with me and stuff like that. And she just wanted my opinion on things, because occasionally she watches my videos, doesn't agree with my politics, but because I'm very central, as you know, but she's very far to the left. Well, very surprising what she said to me, and that was that she's completely lost confidence. She's had her 2 shots and the booster. She said, I'm not going to be getting any more, because I was told that, you know, we're all in it together, you know, just be 2 shots and that's it. And now, of course, we're being told every 6 months, potentially, a booster. And I made a joke about this on Jordan Peterson's Twitter, you know, saying, oh, the Pfizer CEO, the Pfizer CEO recommends XYZ. Yeah, of course he's going to recommend that. It's like, you know, imagine the CEO of McDonald's. He says, everyone needs to eat a cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper every single day. Because if you don't, you know, you need to be big, you know, you need it to be big and strong. All your kids, 5-year-olds, they need to eat these Whoppers every day. Right? Of course he's going to say that. Isn't it obvious he's going to say that? He's the CEO, he makes a profit. And yet people listen to the CEO of Pfizer and some of the other pharmaceutical companies. They don't challenge it. The fact that they're saying, oh, you need to have all these boosters, you need this, you need that. And then for them to come out and say, oh yeah, this new booster, oh yeah, 100% protection against Omicron. Oh yeah, and people are coming and saying to me, oh yeah, this protects you against Omicron. Do you know how long it takes to make these vaccines and boosters? They haven't made this against Omicron. This is brand new, that's just come out. It's crazy. Anyway, getting back to what this lady said to me. So she said she's not going to be having any more. That's it. She's done her 3 and that's it. And her friends feel the same. So I just think that the public is now losing confidence in this, which brings me on to my next point then. Whereas before I thought, oh, this is going to last for years and years now. And now I'm conflicted. I'm not entirely sure. So whereas before I thought, okay, this could drag on for another 2-3 years. Now, because of the public sentiment waning, and also a lot of people not agreeing with the passports that have just been announced in England, compulsory vaccinations for NHS staff, and all these other things, because again, the BBC were actually grilling the politicians on this. They were saying, well, look, all the scientists are saying this new variant, yeah, it's a lot more transmissible. No one's denying that. But they're saying it's nowhere near as deadly. So why are we now, when we've had Delta and everything else, why are we now making this a big deal with passports and everything else? So the BBC just went for it and said, this is because you politicians have broken your integrity, your moral, you're just deflecting attention, and you're making the public suffer as a result. And I'd agree with that. I think that's true. Even though I don't like the BBC, they're actually correcting what they said there. And besides, another point, if they said the first 2 would work, oh yeah, 95% protection or whatever, and now they're saying, oh, the first 2 don't work. You know, I've heard some of the scientists at the minute saying there's almost no protection anymore. It's all gone. But the 3rd one will work, and then the 4th one will work better. Well, now they're saying the 3rd one is the same stuff in it as the first 2. Well, I don't really get that. Again, I'm not a medical guy or a scientist, so if you understand that aspect, drop it in the comments, because you can educate me on that. But the point about cases doubling every day throughout winter made me laugh, because they should really leave the math and the economics to me. If you've ever heard the example or the riddle of, would you rather have a penny doubled every day for a year, or would you rather have $1 million put in your bank account? Most people get it wrong. They say $1 million in their bank account. But actually that penny doubles every day. You become a billionaire much, much faster. It's very, very quick, the compounding effect. So when this is what made me laugh. I just did the math very quickly. And I went, right, if it doubles every day from now, the numbers they're giving, through the winter, you don't even need to go through the winter. Just by New Year's Eve, you'd already be at over 20 billion cases in the UK. Yet I don't think they did the math on that at all. And again, as I've said many times, I don't even think these passports, these digital passports, are what they really what they're saying they are. You know, you remember 18 months ago now, people were calling me a conspiracy theorist. And they said, oh, a conspiracy theorist and all this sort of stuff about everything I said. Got some wildlife running around here. You know, everything I said was apparently a conspiracy theorist. Oh, cyber attacks, you know, inflation, breakdown in supply chains, and all these other things. And now, people don't say that anymore. It's the weirdest thing to say, oh, a broken clock is right twice a day, and things like that, as if this was all obvious. And it's a real strange phenomenon with human beings. So the people that come out with this stuff first, way before anyone else, and I covered Great Reset, World Economic Forum before, I think almost everyone else was covering it. And I was a big conspiracy theorist, and now everyone loves to leave me comments and say, oh yeah, it's obvious, all this stuff you talk about. Oh, it's so obvious, you're not telling us anything new. Crazy. Well, anyway, I don't think that these passports are what you all think they are. And I think this is the next phase where in a couple of years people say, oh yeah, this was obvious, Neil. I think these are going to be used for a digital ID. So remember 2-3 weeks ago, I talked about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. And I think this is the next thing. I think the central bank digital currencies are going to be next. And then, of course, once you've got central bank digital currencies, what comes after that is social credit scores. And not just social credit scores, carbon credit scores as well. So that's the other thing that we're going to have, carbon credit scores. So I think all these things are going to be coming. They've already been trialing them in China. So I think these are going to be coming to the West next as well. But just before I come on to a little bit of macro then, one other thing I was going to mention is they are doing a lot of exercises right now on cyber attacks. Why do you think they're doing that? It's pretty obvious to me. You only do exercises, like when I was in the military, we only did exercises on things that we thought were going to happen. You know, we didn't do random exercises on things that we thought would never happen. It would just be a waste of resources. So them doing all these cyber attack exercises at the moment, and the big one that they're throwing a lot of money and resources at is the most worrying. And that is an attack on the global financial system. Now, I haven't seen the exercises, but I can pretty much guess how they're going to do this or say it's going to occur. And that is, there'll be some sort of cyber attack which creates a flash crash. So remember this, save this video. It will be a flash crash, and this flash crash will affect all the AI trading software. So you're going to get all these problems with the AI trading software, which has happened once before. And this is going to cause just a massive issue in the markets.